سری میزنه که بره. من ببخشید اگه بک‌گراند نویزه، چون توی کافی شاپ نشستم.
سلام بچه همگی خوبید؟
سلام بچه ها.
سلام
یاسمن، سلام نیما، سلام افسانه جان.
سلام به همگی.
سلام به همگی.
سلام بهاره.
سلام همگی.
سلام مهدی.
سلام به همگی.
سلام مو. بهراد.
سلام.
سلام بهراد.
بچه صدای منو دارین؟
سلام.
How's everyone doing?
Great.
Doing fine.
Good. Farsi or in English بچه today?
Please فارسی. سلام الله. حالا آخرش ترکی هم اومدم. سلام الله.
بچه های فارسی باز. ولی we're gonna do mix and match today. Let's do mix and match. خب اولش یکم فارسی ها. خب چی میگفتین؟ ادامه بدین.
داشتیم حرف میزدیم. داشتیم بچه ها
سوالامونو بپرسیم، درسته؟
جان؟
میگم سوالامونو قراره بپرسیم.
امروز Q&A بچه ها. یه بازی داریم اول که فکر کردم به انگلیسی اگه انجام بدیم بهتره، به خاطر اینکه یه اینستراکشن جدیدی داریم برای اینترویو جیمز و این اینستراکشن رو بهتون امروز یاد میدم. اینترویو جیم دیگه خودتون روی این اینستراکشن میدین جلو. امروز هم همه با هم انجام میدیم و جایزه هم داریم، یعنی برای بچهای به 3 نفر اول که بهترین بشن توی این بازی امروز، بهترین پیچ رو بدن، بهشون گیفت کارت میدیم. چون که همیشه آخرین پنجشنبه آخر ماه که جلسه داریم به بچهای تاپ لیدر بورد گیفت کارت میدیم و جایزه میدیم و اناونس میکنیم. امروز هم من داشتم لیدر بورد رو نگاه میکردم بچه ها. کیپ گوینگ، خیلی چهرهای جدید دارم میبینم تو لیدر بورد، دمتون گرم. ولی هفته دیگه پنجشنبه برنامه‌مون سر جاش هست. فقط این هفته استثناً جمعه بود که من سفر بودم و الانم دارم از تو ماشین کوچتون میکنم، چارج میکنم ماشینم و ات سیم تایم دارم باهاتون کوچتون میکنم. ولی هفته دیگه دوباره برمیگردیم به پنجشنبه ها و امروز هم استثناً چون میخوایم یه بازی داشته باشیم we're gonna do this game و بعدش هم همتون یاد میگیرین که اینترویو what's gonna happen، هم این که جایزه میگیرین. اوکی؟ خب اول میخواین سوال بپرسیم، اول میخوایم بازی کنیم جایزه بدیم؟
بازی کنیم. Game, yeah.
Okay, let's do that. So this game, actually, it's going to be in English. This game is going to be in And another thing, guys, I know it's comfortable to speak Farsi in interview gym, but interview gym is all about you guys practicing interviews. So do not switch to Farsi. I know it's your comfort zone, but don't do that. It's for the sake of yourself. Okay? Please don't do that. It's not good for you. So let me share my screen and teach you how it's going to be done. Okay. Let me know when you see my screen. You see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. When you guys going to the recorded Alexmasters, all of you have access to this one. This is not something new. Everyone have access. On the left side, there are different groups. You see these groups. The first one is Alexmasters session instruction. The second one is recorded weekly calls where you can fit recorded calls. And then there's a Toastmasters story. So on the first one, which says instructions, you see how to run weekly Alexmasters calls. And the way we do that, we have one file which is 365 table topics. And right now you have access to a form. I want all of you to go and open that form. There is a link to a form there, number 2, and that's called evaluation form. Okay, so all of you go to the recorded Alexmasters and interview, which you have access, and then go to how to run weekly Alexmasters and go to number 2, open that form. So why we're doing this? Because I want you guys to understand how you need to listen to a speech. It could be your own speech or it could be somebody else's speech, but you need to learn what to look for. So essentially, in this community, when somebody gives a speech, you look at the speech organization, you look at the speech clarity, you look at the speech wording, you look at body language, you look at vocal variety, you look at the speech persuasion and inspiration, and you look at ums and ahs. Make sense so far? And that form, that is your, it's your, from now on, that form is something that you always open it in your interview gyms, and that is how you rate each other. Okay? And in these sessions, so there are steps that you need to follow. Every person in every interview gym that happens, interview gym is supposed to happen by members for members. So it's an opportunity for you to practice interviews and speeches. And the way you do it, it has to, you, everybody please mute yourself because I hear noises. So we need to have three people, we need to have at least three people, okay, to be able to run that session. And those people who are attending this session, all of you who attend the session should be an evaluator, okay? So but you pick your role. Either you want to evaluate on the speech organization, number one, either you want to evaluate on speech clarity, and so on. There are 7 roles that you can pick to play, okay? So right now you guys can pick your number in your head. I'll ask it later. So in your head, you can rate other people on body language, you can rate other people on vocal variety, you can rate other people on ums and ahs, and in the form you will learn, because each one of them you choose, you will see different sections and different questions, okay? And how we do that, and then one person becomes the speech master. The speech master is the person who asks you a random number, and based on that number, you go to a 365 table topics, pick one question, ask it. And while that person is answering the question, let's say I ask Afsane, give me a number, you give me number 5, I go read that number 5 to you, and then you think for 30 seconds and answer for 1 minute. All other people who are evaluators are rating you live in the form while you're giving your speech, okay? So we leave that table topic for the interview gym because most of you are familiar with that. But today we're gonna play the game with an elevator pitch. What is an elevator pitch? I have explained that because we're not gonna do an interview gym today, but we're gonna stick to our recorded calls, like the weekly calls, because it's Q&A. But I want you to understand elevator pitch because a lot of you, I realized, have this problem of speaking, of public speaking, of presenting your values, presenting yourself. So you need to understand what an elevator pitch is. In the interview transformation class, I extensively talked about this. Elevator pitch is about imagine you have a chance, you have 30 to 60 minutes, and you get on an elevator with a decision maker, a recruiter, or a manager, or somebody that you need to talk to. In that elevator, you have 60 minutes to introduce yourself, to talk about your expectation. You turn that silence, the 60-second silence in the elevator, to an opportunity. So in real life, opportunities don't come with expectations. They happen in quick conversations. So you need to be able to start that conversation. And in the elevator pitch, and the whole idea about with the table topics is that how you can talk quickly, think quickly, talk quickly, and do it right. And the way you do it right is by getting evaluated over and over and over again. Okay? So today, what is the game? Let me introduce you the game. The game is the podcast invitation game. Fun so far? So how is it? Let's say every one of you, imagine every one of you in this call is a podcaster, is a breakthrough elite podcaster. Okay? You want to run a podcast, you want to do a show, and you want to go to a total stranger, and that stranger is supposed to be a hiring manager or a senior professional. And you want to ask them to come to your podcast. Okay? You have one chance to invite them to come into your community, to breakthrough community, as a guest speaker. Let's say, because remember I told you there are different ways to network with people, and you don't always have to ask, and you don't always have to be sounding strange when you approach people. Let's say you go on a LinkedIn, and this is another, this game actually is a fun game, and that can turn into a tangible, real project. Well, we'll see how it turns out. I just give you the idea. I came up with the idea, but maybe this will grow bigger and like turn out to something. Because imagine you go start approaching people, managers, hiring managers, and telling them that you're having a podcast in the breakthrough elite community, and you invite them to your podcast so they can talk about their company culture, they can talk about what kind of talent they're looking for, and they can talk about any hiring insights that they might have. So you're not selling anything, you're not being weird, you're not asking anything, you're just inviting people to come and share their story. This is a perfect way of networking, and these secrets I'm teaching you guys, these are actually working. These are real world secrets, and if you're at some point, if you're confident enough to approach people and be able to bring them to your podcast or breakthrough elite podcast, you hit the jackpot, because those guys will connect with you instantly, because you're not going there randomly and asking for a job anymore. You're going of a position of authority. You're going as a representative of a community that has impact. So today, this is your game, okay? I want, first of all, how many of you, because we're not gonna have time for all of you to attend, we have about 30 people in this call, we probably can do with 10. So raise your hand if you wanna play the game and get prizes. Okay, Sarah, raise your hand. Who else? Afsana is playing, Sarah is playing, and all of other you guys can rate and can be evaluator. And you have to, like, at least we want a few people to play. You cannot just hide and say I don't play. You have to play. So raise your hand, on otherwise I will pick on you. If you don't raise your hand, I will pick on you. I will find the shyest people and I will pick on you. So be volunteer before I do that. Yasaman is playing. Okay. Mehdi is playing. Perfect. More. I want to wave. Come on, guys. Come. You're going to interviews. This is easy. Easiest stuff. Who else? Okay, I'll pick. If you don't pick, I'll pick. Let me see. Zara has to play for sure. Someone has to play. I see Sarah said yes. Yasaman. Golara has to play. Behra, do you want to play? You should play too. It's fun. Beta, you should play. Come on. So you guys all have to play. Yes, let's do that. So we have a lot of volunteers. Mehdi, Beta, Behrad, Amir. Amir, you play? You should play. Afsane, Golara, Yasaman. So all others, go and open that link and make sure and tell me if you have opened that link, because you guys are going to evaluate the speeches, and then we're gonna announce the winners by the end of the call. So all of you has to have that form ready. Just thumbs up if you have that form ready, the evaluation form. And for the rest, the game is, you have right now, you can start thinking, because you have 30 seconds to think, and in 60 seconds you need to answer that. How would you introduce Breakthrough Elites as a podcaster? You are now a podcaster in Breakthrough Elites, and you would like to convince them to come to the community, to your podcast, and speak about career growth, speak about company culture, speak about what kind of talents they're looking for. So you need to introduce yourself or the community, or you need to ask politely. You need to give them create value and tell them that by coming to the podcast, they will what they gain. So this is a critical thinking aspect of it. Okay, so um, once I say your name, you have 30 seconds to think, and then you have 1 minute to answer that. Is it clear? And those who are going to evaluate you in the form, pick your role. Pick one of the evaluation criteria. We have a speech organization, we have a speech clarity, we have a speech wording, we have body language, we have vocal variety, we have a speech persuasion inspiration, and we have ums and ahs. So if you chose ums and ahs, I need one person to count ums and ahs. You need to count it. Okay, so put it in the chat box. Who is gonna do the ums and ahs, because that's the most important. I need one person for body language. Be volunteer, be active, guys. I don't want to do it alone. Be active. Put it in the chat. Who's gonna do body language? Who's gonna do ums and ahs? Okay, perfect. Someone is taking care of ums and ahs. Just go to the form, and then in the first step, pick ums and ahs, and then you will be able to count it. Sarah is going to do the body language. That's perfect. So put it in the chat. Who is going to do the speech organization? That's another very important one. Somebody needs to rate this speech organization. Perfect. Afsana is going to a speech organization. So the exact same thing. See, you need to keep doing it on the interview gym. Okay. And a speech clarity. Mo is doing a speech clarity. All other you guys can still do it. You just put the name of the person who is speaking, and then pick one of the evaluation criteria and keep going, and then rate it. And it's so easy. It's just drop down, click, click, click. That's it. Okay. It's a form. You just click, 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 click. That's how we do it. And if all of you do this as an evaluation, we can better find and prize you on who gave the better speech. So let's do that. Okay. So starting from,
Excuse me, Alex. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm looking for this screen. I cannot find it. I don't know. Can you just scroll maybe this down? I see the top.
What is screen? What are you looking?
I'm looking for this this page.
If you're looking, go to the classroom. In the classroom, guys, there is recorded Alexmasters, and there is recorded weekly calls. Okay, what I was showing you was in weekly calls, but the link to the form is in recorded Alexmasters. Here, how to run weekly calls. I can get this link and put it in the chat for you if you are not very familiar with the IT. So you have a link to the form right now. Everybody has it in the chat, but you can always get it from the recorded Alexmaster or interview gym sessions. And there's an instruction.
No, I wasn't at the beginning. That's why. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Now you have the form. And the game is only for today. That's why it's on this page. It's on recorded weekly calls, and it's for today, which is not published yet, but I'm showing it to you. So we talk about elevator pitch. We talk about the podcast invitation game, and we want you to introduce yourself as a podcaster of Breakthrough Elites, and convince them to come and speak to your community about how they attract talents, their company culture, whatever you think it's important. Because if you understand, this is very simple but very productive way of networking. And for those of you who come to me and say, oh, those managers don't have any posts for me to like, I cannot find any information to network with them, you can come up with a podcast in this community and go invite them. That is the best, because imagine, you're not a job seeker anymore. You're a podcaster. And right away they like you because they see that you have value for them. You are coming as a representative of a community with more than 1,500 people. You have power, you have weight. So this is very, if you learn the techniques that I'm teaching you today, you're set for life. You can network with anybody, especially as a podcaster. Those of you who like to do this kind of stuff, if you can have your own podcast and start inviting people to your podcast, you can reach out to President Trump. You can reach out to any, they might not answer or they might reject you, but you have an excuse to connect with anybody that you want as a position of authority. Very important. Let's learn it together. Okay. First person, Mehdi. Okay, you ready? Actually, we can also pin you like this. We can.
Sorry, Alex. Could you please start with another one? Let's see what's going on, and then I'll go after.
Ah, man.
I can go first, Alex.
Who can go first?
Me
Yasaman?
too. Yeah, me
Love, love that confidence. Okay, let's start with Yasaman since she said earlier, and then we go to Sarah. Okay, Yasaman. Let me stop sharing. The stage is yours. You have 30 seconds. Let me do a stopwatch. Hey Siri, set timer for 30 seconds. Okay, think about how you want to structure, and all other people, I hope you have the form open. Put Yasaman name in the as the evaluation person, and then pick your area, and then go to the next step. And once you start talking to the, you have, by the way, you have 13 seconds left, and then you can evaluate her in the sheet, and it will be recorded, and you guys have access forever, so you can go back as a KPI and see how you progress over time. And this is very important because from now on, we start collecting these feedbacks and keeping it for your record as well. Okay, Yasaman, 5 seconds. Let's go. You have 1 minute.
Hi, I'm reaching out today as the host of the BT Elite Community podcast, where we spotlight leading voices in the career growth. Professionals like you could be very useful for our community to know about their point of view. Our audience include data professionals, engineers, and career switchers who are deeply engaged as a culture, and they are very eager to learn from real world experience. I'd love to invite you as a guest speaker to an upcoming episode of this podcast that we have this weekend to share your insights on company culture, secrets of job hunting, and other details that audience of our podcast can use your point of view and your experiences. To tell you a bit about the details of this podcast, we usually keep things casual and conversational. Usually a 25 to 30-minute chat, and we can keep it easily through Zoom or online if you are not available as in person, or it would be difficult. It would be a great opportunity to show your work, your experiences, talk about the culture that you keep in your company, and inspire a growing network through our audiences of the future talents. If you're open to it, I'd be happy
Done.
to.
Done. You're 30 seconds over, guys. When I do this, that means time's up. It's okay to keep continue after that, but we don't want to go after 1 minute 30 seconds because that's going to be too long. So you did 1 minute 30 seconds. I stopped you, but it was perfect. As a first person, congratulations. You did great. And it was very good. It was very well structured, and the way you invited them, it was perfect. I really liked it. Kudos to you. So keep working on your pitch. This is your pitch, guys. So pitch could be for different things. Now you pitch them on a podcast. Perfect. Okay. So Sarah, are you ready? I think so. So now the question doesn't change we probably don't need that 30 seconds anymore, but we give a few seconds for you to warm up. Okay, so let's
That's
give it a
okay. I
few.
can start.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
My name is Sarah. My background is chemistry. I have been here working with this community for about a month. I'm going to talk about this community. I have joined here for about. I have joined here to find a job, but what I have
Hold on,
learned.
hold on. I want you to restart. Hold on.
Okay.
You're going in a wrong direction. Your job
Uh-huh.
is as a what you keep talking about here. Nobody knows here. You go to a total stranger.
Mhm.
You're inviting them to Breakthrough Elite Podcast, which is a community of career development for people. So you're not supposed to talk about here or there because they have no idea, right? So you invite somebody to come to your podcast and talk about their company, their culture. So make sure to understand the positioning.
So
Okay.
I'm just the inviter.
You're a podcaster. Yeah, you hold the podcast, happen to be in Breakthrough Elite, and you want to invite those people to come to your podcast and talk in your podcast to your audience, which is these members, about career development. And the type of question you want to ask them is about what is their company culture. Imagine you go to a manager in Microsoft and invite them to your podcast. What they're going to talk about, their company culture, what kind of talent they're looking for, what is their hiring process, blah, 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 blah. So your job is to go and invite them to your podcast. How do you introduce yourself? How do you ask about this? And Yasaman did a great job. So you need to follow her path.
Okay. So one question. I'm the host of the podcast, and I just want to introduce someone to talk about this community. And I will not myself talk about this community. Yeah.
You are inviting them to a Breakthrough Elite podcast to interview them. So if they accept to come to your podcast, then you will start interviewing them. But the first step is to go and invite them, go to find them. How would you talk?
So can you pass to another one?
Okay. If you're not ready, we can go to the next person.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Mehdi, do you understand the game?
Yes.
Okay. Your time. It's your turn. Okay, Mehdi, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Your 1 minute starts now. Go.
Hello, guys. This is Mehdi. I'm one of the BTE community members. We have a very professional community, and we have lots of educated people at our community. And we actually doing professional network. We are looking for anybody who have any experts in any area, and we are so happy to invite you as a manager of this company to tell us about your company culture, about your how you search for your talent acquisitions, and how you find people. And in this community, we have also 1,600 people who are actively in this community, and they can see, watch you. So we have lots of audiences here. So we are happy. We are more than happy to get you at our community and share your ideas about how you find educated people for your company. So please, please, please,
accept my invitation.
Yeah, accept my invitation. Yeah, thank you for helping me. And, yeah.
Thank you. 20 seconds past 1 minute 20 seconds, but it was great. It was good. I will still change a little bit because you said we're asking for anyone and anybody who has. We don't do that. We say we're only interested in you. You have to talk about that person, right? Not anybody. And you don't go to a person and say we're interested in anybody. You say, okay, go to anybody. say we're very interested only in you because your professionalism, because of your background. We have done a lot of research actually, and we filtered down people. We reached out to you because you're the guy, not everybody and anybody. Okay, but it was good. So next person is Sarah. You going now? You know that game now?
Actually, I wrote something and I was telling my story like Mehdi's, but I don't know what was a problem. So I want to
Okay,
listen to one
let's go.
more.
Let's go. People will rate. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, are you fine evaluating with the evaluation form? Are you good? No problem. Okay, because this is a new form. It might have some problems, but we'll fix it along the way. I think it works perfectly right now, but if I'll gather your feedback after. So Sarah, we are going to start your 1 minute. Go.
My name is Sarah. I have been working with this community for about a month. I came here to find a job, but I found it is something more than finding a job. It is a place for educated people to find their role and to find how they can be consistent in every aspects of their life. I want you to come and talk with us and tell what's your idea about joining this community, because when I came here, I learned I have to be consistent. I have to be more active. I have to be network in every aspects of my life. And I am really appreciate your time, and I want you to be our guest in this session. And I hope you will find it very helpful for you and your company. And please take your time to think, and I hope it will work for you.
Okay, 1 minute 30 seconds. That was good. The only problem I had at the beginning, again, you start talking about a community that he has no idea. You go to a stranger. He is a total stranger right now. Okay, when you go to him, he doesn't know what BTE is. He doesn't know what Breakthrough L is, and he doesn't know you. If you say I joined this community BTE, he say what you're saying. You know, that's not the best way to approach somebody of a topic that he doesn't have any clue. So you first need to introduce who are you, what is Breakthrough Elites, and what is this podcast that you're inviting him to attend. And then if you're very professional, you need to come up on the spot with some points that motivate him to come to the podcast, because just by asking, nobody comes to your podcast. Okay, I'm asking you to come. Anybody can ask anybody to come to a podcast. Why should they come to the podcast? Okay, so these are the things that we're practicing. Next person, Behrad. Good job.
Sorry, before we start, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So we just because it is a little bit confusing for me as well, are we inviting someone that we know, or we inviting someone that we don't know to a
You don't know.
podcast?
Total stranger. Imagine
Is it
imagine you go to
one
LinkedIn right
person?
now. Imagine you go to LinkedIn right now. Okay. You look up manager IT department at Microsoft. Okay. Total stranger. He doesn't know you. You don't know him.
Okay.
You go there and invite them to your podcast. The podcast happens at Breakthrough Elites for the Breakthrough Elites audience. That's it. That's all the
Okay.
information.
Okay, got it.
Got
It
it?
was a little bit confusing because
Yeah.
we usually invite people that we know to the podcast. That's
No,
why I was
nobody
okay.
knows nobody. This is total stranger.
Okay.
You only know his position. You know where he works for, and you want to invite him because of his position. Okay, Behrad, ready?
Yep.
Go for it.
Hi, Alex. I host a podcast for BT community, which is about personal growth in workspace. And we have a lot of members from different companies in North Shore organizations. And the things that I do is I reach out to the different company leaderships and ask them to join my podcast to uh, share their expectations from what they want from the people who work for them. And it's interesting that we have a few members from your company in our podcast, and I think that would be a good opportunity for them and also for you to share to be a guest of our podcast in upcoming sessions and share your ideas, share your expectations from what you want from people who work for you aside from uh, hard skills. We mostly focus on soft skills and how we can grow personally in the workspace. This is the offer I'm giving you, and I think that will be a good opportunity for you and for our members to hear about your ideas.
Very good. Very good. I loved it. It was to the point. It was uh, uh, you didn't hesitate at all. It was very you were not monotone, so it was good. We'll look at the guys. Are you evaluating, right? We'll look at the evaluation after, but perfect. Thank you for that. So 1 minute 10 seconds. It was almost on point. So next person. Now I want to play. This is becoming interesting. I want to play too. And I like the fact that Behrad started with his name. You can start with somebody's name. Hey Alex. Hey Eric. Hey Steven. You can just, this is a game, right? Just be as wild as you can. Okay, Afsan, are you ready?
I was just trying to write my speech just
Well, you
because I wrote a
shouldn't.
difference, but
You
it's okay.
shouldn't. That's illegal, guys. You're not right, because the idea is that you 30 seconds. You think, organize it in
Okay.
your head, and then 1 minute talk. Do not write. Do not go from a note. Okay, go from your mind, because this is what you actually practicing. This is this is what you're going to do on the interview. So ready, 3, 2, 1. Your 1 minute has started.
Hi, Sarah. Welcome to Break Through Elite's podcast. So today I'm inviting you since you're a chemist, and I think Breakthrough Elite it's a very great opportunity for you to come and learn about the culture and how it's going to affect your mindset. And I would like also to introduce you to the owner, which is Alex, and it's you're definitely going to learn a lot from him. That he has a lot of yeah, sessions that you can attend online, or and we can go through the live sessions and ask our questions. So I think it's a very good opportunity for you to even have a better mindset in the future. So I would like to invite you to come to our podcast, and also after you entered, you also talk about your growth and your leadership and how it's going to affect later in the future.
Okay. Thank you for that. But looks like you're inviting somebody who is a job seeker, not a manager, right?
Yes,
You didn't invite a manager to come talk about their company culture. You invited a job seeker.
that's true.
And we're
Sorry.
not going to interview a job seeker in a podcast. Job seeker are supposed to be audience of that podcast, right? So this is the kind of the speech clarity and the speech organization that we're going to evaluate, and it is on eval. So guys, the reason that we evaluate, it's very important to understand. The reason that you guys have a role and all of you are evaluating is that by evaluating, you are understanding what to look for. So next time you give a speech, you you kind of uh, see which one to follow and which one not to follow. So when you are evaluating someone on a speech clarity, next time you give a speech, you know what clarity actually means, because you have evaluated, you have seen those criterias, you have rated. So that's why I say all of you needs to go to that Google form and start evaluating each other, because by evaluating, you learn to evaluate yourself in a long run. Those those items, those criteria that you're evaluating are very important. And those are the things that you need to look for in your own speech every day that you give this. So how many people went so far? Behrad, Sarah, Mehdi, uh, Afsane, 4. I think another person went 5, right?
Yeah, I also went through.
Okay. Let's do one more. Who's gonna go? Raise your hand. One more. Go, Lara. Okay, go, Lara goes. Let me pin you. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, job seekers. I'm Golara. Today, I want to talk about the community that I have joined recently. It's named Breakthrough Elite. I want to let you know why it is very valuable to me, for me, and I want to suggest it for you. Is for 3 reasons. First of all, motivation. Secondly, tips and points. And third is working hard and consistently. Sometimes we are totally disappointed and thinking a lot why we cannot find a job. This community, the vibes inside the community is perfect in my opinion. There are lots of positive energy. Everybody can help you. If you reach out to anybody in the community, they will help you a lot without any background, without thinking about anything, judging you actually. And they can do the best for you. Secondly, there are lots of good tips about your resume, about your LinkedIn. How can you create a very good personal branding for yourself? And also, they push you to work hard and consistently. They want you to engage in meetings every week, ask questions, practice, and those are the points that are really valuable for me and affects in my life even in 2 weeks. These 2 weeks was very good for me and I experienced lots of good things and I really recommend it to you.
Okay, thank you. It was good, but again, you made the same mistake that Afsane did. You're inviting job seekers to the Breakthrough Elites, whereas the task was to invite a manager to your podcast.
Oh,
Okay? I will do it, guys. I will do it so you understand. Okay, so imagine I go to LinkedIn, I go to a total stranger. He's a total stranger. Let's say he's a manager at Amazon. Okay, he's a manager, IT leader, and Amazon. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I go to him and I want to talk to him. Right? I want to invite him to podcast. Let me do the same thing. So 1 minute, okay? 3. Hold on. Hey Siri, set timer for 1 minute. Okay, starting. 1 minute. Hey Steven, this is Alex. I'm reaching out to you on behalf of Breakthrough Community, which we have more than 1,600 members. The reason I'm reaching out to you is that I would like to invite you to our podcast. Our podcast is specifically designed for job seekers. And guess what? We have access to more than 1,600 people who are looking for jobs, and they're very professional actually. They're IT people, we have different backgrounds, and these people are cream of the top. We have filtered all these people in North America and they're ready for jobs. And I know you might have some problem finding talents. So this is why I want to invite you to come to our podcast and not only talk about the company culture at Amazon or what you do on a daily basis or what kind of talents you're looking for, but also you'll get a chance to see what kind of people we have here. You get a chance to introduce the available position in your company to our members. I think it's a win-win for both of us. It's going to be a great atmosphere and job an opportunity for both of us. Not only that, we are gonna post this on YouTube, and we have 1 million visitors. We're gonna show this podcast to a lot of people. So if you're interested to get your message across, this is a perfect opportunity. And on top of that, we would be really, really appreciative of you putting your time and taking the time to join our podcast. Would you do that, please? You know, this is just came to my mind. So the idea is to go to a total stranger, be confident, start talking to them and asking them to come to your podcast. We can do it in so many different ways. So I just started saying that, hey, we gathered all these talents here because I know they're looking for talents all the time, right? That's a big win for them. So you need to every communication, every networking event that you go, you start first thinking about what is their win, not your win. Nobody cares about your win. So I gave them two wins right now. I gave them the exposure we have on YouTube, and I gave them the exposure they have with the 1,600 professionals, cream of the top, that we were able to collect and put them here so they can reach out. So these are all benefits, right? That was the idea. So thank you for attending, guys. I'm gonna send gift card to all of you who attended. I know all of you did great just by being on this game, just by playing. You did great. You stepped up. You showed that you're confident. And after this session, I'm gonna send the gift card, the Starbucks gift card, to all of you. Thanks for that, doing that. So let's quickly have a look at the results. Since we don't have much time, I'm gonna share a link in the chat so you can look at the results, and I'm gonna add this to the respective class. Let me quickly get it.
And
I'm actually doing this live.
I couldn't
As I
submit.
speak, I'm collecting, I'm making this so you can go. Somebody had a question?
Sorry, I couldn't submit it. It has error. It doesn't let me to submit.
Work on it, because I see a lot of people have submitted it, so it
Okay.
probably works. And you can see the results in this link. If you gave a speech, go see how other people have rated you. And if you submitted rating, you can also see that there's the email address is for the ones that gave a that gave evaluation, and then column C is the person who they rated, and then you can see what topics they evaluated you on, and then the the grades are either 1 to 5 or 1 to 3 that you can see your rating. And then later I'll have to see how we can summarize this in a way that you can quickly understand it. But let's switch to the second part of the class, which is Q&A. Let me